Hi guys, so I found another artist book and this time it's 13 modern artists that children should know about. The author is Brad Finger and some of the artists we will see in this book are Pablo Picasso, Mark Rothko, Mark Chagall, and Eva Hesse. 13 modern artists changed forever the way people see and understand art. They painted objects and people in new ways. They made sculptures with materials that have never been used before. Some even began planting trees as a form of art. This book talks about 13 artists, 13 of the most important modern artists, and it shows you some of their best creations. The glossary at the back of the book explains the words that you may not know. Each of these words is marked with an asterisk, so like a star. A timeline shows what was happening in the world when the artist lived. There are also some quiz questions about the art that you see here. If you want to learn more about an artist, we have tips, further places to visit, and web addresses that will help you. If you want to make your own modern art, we have some fun suggestions for how you can do it. Happy reading, and be sure to explore your own creativity. So the first artist we're going to read about is Pablo Picasso, the Modern Revolution. He was born on 25th of October 1881 in Malaga in Spain. He died on April 8th in 1973 in Mougins in France. Lived in Malaga, La Coruña, Barcelona, Madrid, Paris, Ain, Provence, and Mougins. Painting styles, Cubism, but he tried many other styles. That's interesting. Children, Paola, Maya, Claude, and Paloma. Hobby, bullfighting. I don't know what's bullfighting. He is the most famous modern artist. Picasso painted with his imagination, and many other artists followed his example. Young Pablo showed a great talent for painting. At the age of 7, he began taking art lessons from his father, Jose, who was also a painter. Pablo learned how to draw people just as they appeared in real life. But as he grew older, Picasso wanted to paint differently. He liked the carefree, creative that young children drew paintings. These pictures Picasso felt captured the spirits of the objects they portrayed better than realistic art did. So Pablo began teaching himself how to paint like a child using his imagination. In 19, he visited Paris for the first time. Many of the most important artists lived and worked here, and Picasso soon made many new friends. A few years later, Pablo and a few other painters developed the first important style of modern art called Cubism. Oh, that's interesting. In Cubist paintings, the images would look often like they had broken up into small geometric shapes. Throughout his life, Pablo would master different artistic styles. He would learn even how to sculpt. Yet all his art had a certain look that only Picasso could create. Pablo lived to the old age of 91 and he never stopped making art. Maya with a Doll, 1938, Musée Picasso, Paris. Ooh, that's interesting. Pablo had a way of making portraits that was all his own. Look at this painting of Picasso's daughter Maya. The artist made one of her eyes lower than the other, and he pushed her nose over to the side and mouth over the side. Yet, even though Maya's portrait was imaginary, in many ways it still looked a bit like the real Maya. Tip: the Museum Picasso in Barcelona has one of the best collections of Picasso's art in the world. Pablo spent much of his early life in Barcelona. Wow, I didn't know that. So this is the picture of Maya, his daughter. As you can see here, this is her doll. It does look a bit realistic. So this was about our first artist of this book, Pablo Picasso. Tomorrow we're going to read about Marcel Duchamp. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.